Hey, what's happening, guys? In a recent interview with TorontoSun.com, Andrew Garfield says that Spider-Man isn't really necessary for the Sinister Six. Well, you heard it right. The Sinister Six is the next installment in Mark Webb's Spider-Man franchise. It is set to be released on November 11th, 2016, with The Amazing Spider-Man 3 now being pushed back to 2018, and a Venom spin-off film as well as a female Spider-Man spin-off film both are rumored to be released in 2017. Now, Andrew was asked how exactly we are going to have a Spider-Man villains without Spider-Man, to which he replied, quote, "I know more than I'm allowed to say right now. I can say I'm really excited about Drew Goddard, who's going to be writing and directing the Sinister Six movie. Whether I am involved in that or not is kind of immaterial." Now, how about that immaterial? Now, many months ago when Sony Pictures announced their plans for a Sinister Six and a Venom spin-off film, we were pretty worried since they haven't mentioned anything about the Sinister Six involved with the Spider-Man himself. It was just the Sinister Six, and rumors were told that the movie might actually not include Spider-Man at all. Now, Doc Ock originally formed the Sinister Six in order to beat Spider-Man. He was defeated by Spider-Man 3 times in a row by that time, and he gathered all the villains previously defeated by Spider-Man in order to finally beat the Wallcrawler and finish with him, but unfortunately his plan didn't really work. Now, of course, the goals of the following versions of the Sinister Six weren't really about killing Spider-Man. For example, the Revenge of the Sinister Six story arc, focusing around a bunch of villains actually taking revenge on Dr. Octopus himself. Same goes for the infamous Sinister 7, formed by the Hobgoblin actually to beat Kane. But of course, the original goal of the Sinister Six, the name itself, Sinister Six, was just to put an end to the Wallcrawler, and that's the goal, that's the purpose of the Sinister Six. Following this, Andrew was also asked what he thinks about fan reactions about Spider-Man being not really necessarily in a Sinister Six spin-off film, to what Andrew sort of replied, quote, "I don't know if I should say anything right now, but Drew is really exciting. Did you see Cabin in the Woods? Did you like it?" Of course, we are excited for Drew Goddard, who is writing and directing the Sinister Six. The script should be finished by now, since the filming is supposed to start in a couple of months. They're probably finishing some tweaks and things here and there, but the overall story is there pretty much guaranteed. And I do believe in Drew Goddard, and I'm really excited what he's going to do with the Sinister Six. By the way, he is the fan of the comic books, so that's a huge plus. But then again, in case with Sony, you can forget about your creativity and your knowledge of the characters, since they do like to take things on their own, and actually they are the ones who decide with the final plot instead of the director himself, and his involvement isn't really that huge as we think it is. And finally, of course, the interview mentioned that perhaps there are some surprises and twists, to what Andrew Garfield replied, exactly, hence me not telling you shit about that. There's something going on, something very interesting about the Sinister Six plot. Andrew Garfield can't say anything about the involvement of Peter Parker, Spider-Man in that story, so we should get really excited. Maybe something huge, something really interesting is coming out there. Meanwhile, you can check out our previous podcast where we discussed the possible plot of the Sinister Six and how actually a Sinister Six film can survive without Spider-Man. Yes, it is possible, not without Spider-Man, like completely without mentioning him, but without his involvement, which will affect the whole plot of the Sinister Six. Regardless, tell me what you guys think down below. How is it possible for a Sinister Six movie to be without Spider-Man? The original goal of the Sinister Six won't be defeating Spider-Man in this case, it's something else. Like, for example, perhaps fighting Oscorp, who abandoned them, or fighting Norman Osborn, or somebody else there. You can check out the full interview down below. Thanks for watching, and I'm out for now.